Welcome to Linux Overdose, episode 8. And this episode is going to be about distrowatch.com, a complete review of what distrowatch.com is capable of doing. I just got these logos from cooltext.com. I believe that was the name of it. I just opened up 3 browsers and just top them. I thought it was pretty decent. And plus you can see that I got a new wallpaper, so I kind of like it, so I'm using this. So I can go ahead and close all these. We'll open up this one, and we'll go to distrowatch.com, and we'll go start the review. Okay, this is distrowatch.com. This is their front page, and anything you want to know about Linux and the distros and update packages, commands, news, podcasts, tech books, pretty much anything you want to know, you can find on this website. So right now, we'll just start here at the top. Distrowatch.com. You can type a distro's name and go right to it. This is just a regular Google search. Here you can select a distro, and I think they have the 100 or whatever that you can choose from here. And then you got your random distro. You just click it and you randomly go to a distro. And then this is the little menu, their home page, which is this. And we'll go ahead and check this out now. So and plus you can actually buy a Linux distro. You can buy the DVD for $5.95 or a USB drive for $14.95, and you go to osdisc.com. It's an advertisement on them, and you can pretty much, like the last episode was Debian 8.4. You actually can buy them instead of have to download them. So here you get 13 DVDs for $34.95. That's 32-bit, and then the 64-bit, and the CD 32, 64. So you can buy these, and I believe some of this money goes towards the distro. So you are actually helping the community with funding. So if you don't have an internet, or you don't want to download, you don't want to have to burn it, this is a good site to go to, osdisc.com, to pretty much get any distro you want on a CD, DVD, or a USB flash drive. So that's good to know. And then here we got some more advertisements. We'll just start to the left. The latest distros. So these are the latest releases of a few of the distros, and the latest packages and versions. So we got all these recently released in their new version. The kernel is at 4.5.1. The current stable version. You just click on it, you go to their website. So it's the latest stable kernel. So 4.5.1, and add more advertisement. Then the latest headlines, just news. You go to different websites and you can see more by clicking here, and anything that comes interest to you, you just click and read some of the news. So it's a lot of information here. Then you got your latest reviews of distros. So you got 2 of them listed here so far. latest newsletters. The Raspberry Pi, which I got 2 of them, and the Ubuntu weekly newsletter, and the Mint monthly newsletter. So you got these newsletters, the latest podcasts. I believe all these are audio, either MP3 format or OGG format. Most of them are. So these are usually popular podcasts that you might want to listen to besides this one. And these are the waiting lists. These are Linux distros that on a waiting list to appear on distrowatch.com. So you got 3 right here, and some more advertisements, and then the bottom of the page. So we'll go back to the top, and in the middle is usually the current new versions of Linux distros and current news and all that. So here's your Distro Watch weekly newscasts, and then here's all the news to read. So like I said, there's a lot of news, and then if you're interested in a new Linux distro and you want the newest current one, then you might want some of these. Some are not even very popular. I like this one, Manjaro, and this is a pre-2, so this is not really a stable release just yet. And when I install a distro, I always make sure it's stable. I just prefer stable Linux OSs. Now I will download rolling releases, but very rarely I do. But I will show you how to do like Arch sometime down the road here through a virtual machine. And then to the right here is the page hit and ranking. These are just like the downloads or the how many people go to their website. So that's how they rank these. So of course you got Mint. We did Mint beginning to end. We also did a Debian beginning to end, and the next beginning to end will be Ubuntu 16.04, and it looks like that'll be sometime after the 21st, because I believe that's when the release announcement's going to happen, the 21st of this month, which is today's the 18th, so don't got very far to go. And then you got your OpenSUSE Fedora, and it just keeps on going and going and going all the way down to 100. And then if you want to get a bigger list, and here's a bigger list of all the Linux distros that are listed. There's 275 listed, which are current ones that you can download and use at any time. So there's plenty of choices. You cannot say you don't have plenty of choices. You got plenty. And these are more advertisements here, and OS discs, download, and the prices right here. Alright, and usually there's some textbooks to download off the front page. They moved it to the weekly newscast. So when we go here, you should see some tech books to the right here. These are archives. This is the weekly news. Advertisements. Now here's a tech book. Now these are random, so and what's so cool about these tech books, some of them are free. Like this is free. So security optimized Linux, the hacking solution. There's 1,200 pages ebook, free download. So you just click and download it. You have to give them your some information, email and all that. And what I do, everyone should have two email addresses. You should have a primary email address, which is your personal email address, and like a spam email address. And I didn't want to use my primary email address, so I use what I call the spam. All, you know, everything goes there, because you know they're gonna sell your email address in here. You just know they are, to get your book. So I use a different email address so I can download this. I just go to the spam email address. The top link will be this. Download it. Done with it, and then they can send all the annoying advertisements to that one. I rarely go there, and I clean the box out once in a while, so I can accept more email, so I can download free stuff like this. So that's just a good hint to know. And here's another free ebook, 171 page ebook. And most of these are tech, and then these are books too, but purchased at Amazon. And then here's another free book, and what's so cool about this, you can leave this page, go back to it, and there'll be different books here. So that's and then I download many of books. So I got a lot of tech ebooks and PDF file books by just from this website here. All right, we'll go back to the home page again, and then well, that's it for the front page. So that's a lot of information there from just the front page alone. And some of these links will go to some of the pages that we already went to. Like here's the headlines, which we've been here. So it's another way to get to the headlines, and you can filter out out the news, so you can get what you want if you're interested in. And there might be some more tech books here. There's a Google Chrome cheat sheet, free. And there's your osdis.com. Here's another tech book, make your own Android apps. It's just a 23 page guide, free download. And then you got your Amazon books. So and then we go to the weekly, which we've been here, but we'll check and see if we got different books. See, here's a different book, open source security tools, free. Apache HTML, free. So and you just click and get all the free tech books you want. So anything you're interested in, but I advise you use a like a spam email address, so you can avoid getting your other primary email address filled up with just advertisements you ain't gonna be interested in. And then we got here comments. So these are comments on here, and I don't think you have to be a member. I think you can just go down here and fill your name, address, subject, and submit. And there's 22 comments here. So, and then here's a lot of stuff on this page here. And then we got packages. So these are all stable packages. The name of the package and versions of the package. And you can search for a specific package, and you got a lot of filter choices here. And like I said, you always can look to the right here for more free books. Here's the Linux kernel modular free download. So just keep an eye on those tech books. Like I said, I got a lot of them. And then you can compare packages. This is a neat option. You can compare packages between two distros. and then right here, and then what versions that each one is using. So that is pretty handy to have. Um, so so that's good to know here. And then we got package manager cheat sheets. So here's all the cheat sheets to install, like on Debian. How, what the commands are, what they do. Each distro that uses a different package manager is going to use different commands. So this is like a cheat sheet to get familiar with the commands. Here's your Arch Patman commands and your other commands, your Gentoo, and here's the snappy Ubuntu, which 16.04 is going to be using all this. So there's a few here that we can use when we want to get to download it here this month or beginning of next month. I'll be on vacation here soon, so I might have a little void between episodes here starting I don't know, the 27th or something like that. So here's some other commands. So this is real handy. And here's some more tech books to the right. Some free, some by Amazon. And then you got a glossary. See what each one of these mean. Like if you didn't know what WLAN was, it's just another X display server. So you'd be seeing that more often if it gets more popular than X, which it might not, don't know. But it's something to keep your eyes on. And it's just term definitions of all these words that's listed here. So, and then just keep eye on other links you can email where they can add more to this, and so you can contribute to this web page. And contributing, and there's other people who contribute. Here's the waiting list, the audit waiting list of people wants to be on this distro. Here's the waiting list. So these are all the distros are waiting to be listed on this web page, and so there's a lot here. So this is another list you can go to check out and see if you like any of these, and they might make it to the distrowatch.com list. If not, then they're right here. So there's a lot. I said there's a lot of choices in Linux, and there's too many choices, which is good. It don't bother me whatsoever. I just, when I build a system and want a Linux distro, I just click install something that I want to check out, want to use. Because right now I'm using Voyager as my default. This one that I'm using right here is Debian GNOME. So I'm getting used to both of them. Alright, and now here's that search where you can narrow down your search on pretty much anything. Then the site, and then it's just a map to get around real quick. Besides this up here, your major Linux distros. These are the top dogs, the most popular. So you got Linux Mint, Ubuntu, Debian, Majora, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Arch Linux, CentOS. I mean, it goes on and on. PC Linux OS and Slackware, FreeBSD, which to me is now Linux operating system. It's more Unix, but so is Linux. So one of these times I never mess with BSD ever, and one of these days I will. I'll try this one here to, and just check it out. So, and here's some more books. Here's some Java. So like I say, you can always keep an eye. And like I said, they change, so you can just keep click until a book appears that you'd be interested in. So always keep an eye on that. And here's where you can submit a distro if you have your own, if you're going to build your own and want to list it. And I might build my own, but it'd be just for my use only. I probably won't be interested to release it and worry about maintaining it. I might play around and create my own, but just for my own personal use, which I haven't done, and pretty much got an idea how to start, get it going, and everything. So I just never done it before, but I know enough to get me going on the project whenever I want to jump into it. Here's your upcoming releases. So these are the ones that are recently going to be released. Even right here, Ubuntu, look, the 21st schedule. So that's good news. So right here, April 21st, the final release of Ubuntu 16.04. So that's getting real close, and I'll be doing a review on that through a virtual machine. And then this is more news and stuff here. More books to the right. And we got about, so about this and who's doing stuff for this website. Your page hitting rank, which we've seen this, which was 275. And advertising. So here's your advertise. And then we got this, which is those bitcoins and stuff like that. And don't understand none of this stuff. So, but it's here if you guys are interested in that. To me, virtual money or something. I really don't know how this Bitcoin stuff works. Never really got into it, but here's another website about it. Looks like distrowatch.com. I created this the way it looks. So there's something else, and then that's about it. We go back to home page, and that's about it. Like I said, there's a lot to read. I mean, you can click and read, and you spend all day here just reading. And then, of course, listen to those podcasts here. You know, listen to any of these, and try and decide which Linux distro version you want. So this is a good website. Like I said, I download from, like when we go to Ubuntu, I'll be clicking on this, going to their website, and go to their downloads. Right, here's our downloads desktop, and this is the stable version and the current release version, which that will change here the 21st, so we should see 16.04 here to download. So can't wait for that. And oh yeah, and plus it's ready. The tablet is ready, so you can click here and actually buy a Ubuntu tablet. These are out of stock, and probably pretty soon these will be out of stock. So Actually, I was just here, I don't know, maybe 3 hours ago or something, and there was a buy it button here. So they're going pretty quick. I guess we can look for YouTube reviews for these and see how well they are. So they say you can get all kinds of news here from each, even from each one of these websites. Oh, another thing I want to show you is here when you click on, you can get a package list for each version. So like right here, this is the new version is going to be released, and here's the snapshot. This is what software is going to be on Ubuntu 16.04 in the versions. So that's another handy thing when you try and decide what to download, is check their package. Everyone keeps saying, you know, some of these Linux distros are bloated. They just got way too many packages. Today's computers are so fast and downloading and all that, and yeah, half this stuff you don't use. So, but if you do complain about bloated Linux distros, then that's when you need to go to something lighter and build from scratch, like Arch. You can actually build from the ground up pretty much, and have a very light Linux distro. And there's other light Linux distros that you can choose with very few default packages, and then add your own. Or you can click on one of these and download it and use their own default packages. And if you want to call it bloated, you can go ahead, but I don't call none of these bloated. Not for the only way it's kind of bloated is if you don't use it, you hit update, and then all these packages update, even including the ones you're not using or will never use. And what you do is, I guess, uninstall it or black list it so it won't download. So that's about it now. That I want to show you here. So I'll go ahead and we'll end this, and I'll see you on episode 9, which I don't know what's going to be about yet, so it'll be a surprise. It most likely won't be Ubuntu 16.04, since we gotta wait till the 21st. I'll probably do a recording before the 21st. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.